Gee, I just never know.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, my name is Bob Morin,
Yes. And I'm Mary Ann Morin.
and this is the More Stuff Show.
Hey. Well,
We try to talk about stuff.
yes. I have a topic to talk about.
Good. I'm so glad because I was so worried
You were.
we weren't going to have anything to talk about again.
Well, this is practically nothing in itself. Yeah.
Mm.
All right. I was reading online this morning a complaint about how, this new show, American Idol?
Yes, American Idol, like the Gong Show.
Well, it is a bunch of people who think they can get a job in the musical field.
Is Donald Trump on this show?
No, it's basically kids. I don't think there's anybody too old in it. So I think they're all under 21.
And they get and at the end, somebody gets fired.
No, each week. Now this is important.
Okay, all right. I'm not going to interrupt.
The way they handle it is each week, the world can vote for the best singers or dancers or whatever. So they show all of the contestants one night. We see all their acts. They all get a number. And then they say, okay, call in. You have 2 or 3 hours to call in and vote for your favorite.
So you're saying that the public gets to call in or email?
They have to call in. Their
Call
phone
in.
number, and they choose their person.
And you
based
say,
on
I
that.
vote for so-and-so.
Right.
And then what happens?
Well, first we'll tell you what's supposed to happen.
Okay.
And then they tabulate the votes, and the person with the least number of votes is off that week, and the next week the rest of them come back. And what they usually do is the night after this vote, they have another show. And we all find out who the bottom 3 vote getters were. And then they stand up there and they eliminate one of them, send one of them back to the regular group. Now there's only 2 standing, and one of these has to go.
Wait a minute. Now, how many start out originally?
Oh, thousands.
On the show?
Yeah, thousands. But then they
How
boil
many-
it down to, I
enough
think it's 14.
How many get on the air? About 14? 12?
Something like that.
Something like that.
I don't watch it all the time.
I don't either.
But there's a phenomenon that I'm getting to.
All right,
this
so-
isn't it.
All right.
So let's not get waylaid and along the way.
We don't need to
with
know the
trivial
details.
questions. We don't need all that, no. Okay, so
What's the name of the show?
American Idol.
American Idol.
So I was watching one night, and there must have been 7 out of the 12 that were flat.
Flat. You
They
mean
were
they didn't
off-
sing well?
Off key.
Off key.
Out of rhythm.
No rhythm.
Screeching sometimes, not hitting the notes. They were plumb awful. I kid you not, 7 out of the 12.
They would have been gonged.
Yes, they would have been long gonged. But now when the voting occurred,
Yes.
there were 3 girls who received the bottom number of votes, the least votes, and they were among the others. They weren't among those 7. They were among the 5 good singers.
They were good singers that the American public,
Yes.
well, the American public.
They picked the three of the better singers and kept in the terrible singers. That's what they did.
Well, the average American now is about 18 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And their brains have been damaged by the loud music they listen to.
Why? There's a better explanation. There's a better one.
Oh, okay.
Here's the official explanation that I read.
All right, okay.
I think I read it on MSN.com.
All right.
About this. There are groupies of teenagers, 13, 14, 15, and they pick the one they idolize the most, the cutest looking, the one with the cutest moves, not necessarily the best,
Yes.
but some cute guy or...
What do? Stuff the ballot box?
They there's no limit to the amount of times you can vote.
Oh. So you
they
keep calling
they get
in.
their bunch of people together and they say, okay, we're all going to vote for Rory or whoever the good-looking guy's name is, and then they just hit redial, 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 and they stuff the ballot.
Ah.
So these 13, 14, and 15-year-olds are getting their man because they're loyal, because they think he's cute. They're getting that guy the votes. So if you don't happen to have a groupie, if people aren't really impressed
You get a
with
group
you,
of kids. You get 50 kids, and
they
all
keep
they do is
calling all
press
day.
read. So when you call up this place, you don't have to say anything.
No, you just pick a number.
Eh.
Person 8, person
So
9,
you don't
person
speak to
10.
so just your phone call. That's the vote. You don't have to say. You don't talk to another human being
Right.
and say, "I want to vote for so and so."
Right. And furthermore, they keep redialing that it eliminates other people who might vote for the
Right,
others.
because there's even computer programs that can do that. Mass dialing.
Well, I'm sure that these teenagers don't use a program. They just do it themselves.
Well, you don't know.
No, I don't know
Some
anything.
teenagers don't study at all in school and just do the internet thing and they
And they
download
know
music
nothing.
and movies and. All right, so you know what? That
Well,
could be how a president gets elected.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Tell us
know, it's the
about it.
same kind of
Tell us about
mentality that gets presidents elected.
Think about that.
Yeah, because you can have remember we did a show where you studied and researched the candidates,
Yeah.
and then you go vote, and then an idiot comes in and cancels your vote.
Yeah. So it's another area of proof. Who is running our world?
Who is running it?
Running.
Who's in charge?
Who's in charge of the family? Who's in charge of the TV? Who's in charge of the computer? Who's in charge of the money? Who's in charge of
it's just
the
terrible.
US of A? Huh? Well, see, it just makes a person pause. Yeah.
I don't. What's the name of this show?
The one in question is the American Idol.
The American Idol. Well, I don't. I don't pay attention to the American Idol.
Well, not paying attention is one of the biggest reasons why we are in trouble.
That show is for 15-year-olds.
I see. So you're saying that show is for 15
Yeah,
years.
so let the 15-year-olds pick the 15-year-olds.
Well, there is a way. Somebody offered a way to straighten this out.
Why? Why do you want to straighten it out?
Because
if you're over 40 years old, what business is it of yours what these people do at all? They're just a
Well,
bunch of
that's-
teenagers. It's a show for teenagers. It's about teenagers. Teenagers call in. What are you doing there listening to that kind of stuff and getting upset about it for?
Well, some people ought to just lay down and die because they're so old.
Well,
They
don't
should
you have
not
some
bother
other show?
themselves to
Isn't there
do
something
anything.
more interesting to watch?
Well, what should I watch?
Watch the Donald Trump thing.
I do. Yes,
All
I
right,
do.
that's okay.
I'm very versatile.
That's for people who are in their 20s
yeah.
and 30s.
Oh, I'm growing up.
Yes, and I
there
watch
I go.
it.
Oh.
Yes, if you're in your 20s and your 30s, you watch that.
Well, if you like music, then you like to watch the American Idol. I like music. Hey, I do.
You
I
understand
like
what
that show.
I can't understand what they're
But
saying.
I like it when the good singers win.
Well, you know
and
what you have to do.
I don't like it when they
What you do? Did
no,
you do?
there
do-
is a solution. You're not
Wait a minute.
listening.
What's the solution?
Here's the solution. You ask America to vote for the worst.
Both for
Cast
the
your
worst.
vote for the one you want to eliminate, not for your favorites.
Oh, is that what you're supposed to do? Eliminating?
You got to vote. What they do now is they vote for their favorite.
Maybe
So
they don't
everybody's
know that.
redialing and redialing. But what they should change it to is vote for the worst one. Who do you think is worst? That will stop people
Wait,
from
wait.
redialing and redialing
Wait a
and
minute.
redialing.
Do you vote in this thing?
I haven't yet.
See, I mean, you're complaining and you don't even
and
vote.
even if I tried to vote, I couldn't get through because of all these 15 and 16-year-olds, 13 and 14-year-olds that keep the lines tied up.
I think if you're under 40, you're not allowed to vote. I mean,
No.
if you're over 40, you're not allowed to vote.
That's not true.
If you're over 40, you're not allowed to vote. It should be.
Anyone 80-year-olds can
I would
vote.
question anybody over 40 who's voting in that kind of stuff.
See, your interests lie elsewhere.
American
Obviously.
Idol.
Okay, so
I've got to
anyway,
watch that show.
there's the problem and there's the solution. I've now covered
Well,
it.
I'm glad.
We can now move on.
Now you see, we've reached an audience out there.
Yeah.
And they're all agreeing. I agree with you too. I think American Idol is just an outrageous way to vote there.
Yeah, if you vote
It's
for the
un-American.
would you feel bad if you were on American Idol?
If I were on
You got
wait a
the
minute.
worst one.
If I were on American Idol, would I feel bad? I certainly would. I would say, what am I doing here? And I would sing a song. Would you vote for me?
I would certainly vote.
Okay,
for
would you get all your teenage kids to vote for me?
Well, people
You
my
can get
age.
elementary school kids to vote.
Yeah, good. Maybe they would.
All right, I will go
Vote
on
for
there
you.
and I will sing God Bless America.
Yeah, you bet you will probably not make it. See, there's
What do you mean I wouldn't make it?
70,000 people come out in the first.
Is there an age
There's
discrimination
elimination
thing?
process.
They're all teenagers. Now one of them's over 30,
I believe you. You're correct there.
and they're all.
Well, so now let's go to the Apprentice, another one of those reality TV shows.
The Donald
Now, what
Trump
do you
You're
think of
Fired
that
show.
one? I like that. one.
That's okay, but it's not real. I mean, has no meaning for me. It's
And
just
why
I'm
is that?
watching. I'm a spectator.
Uh-huh.
You know, I have no ambition to
You're not
work for
learning
Donald Trump.
anything from.
No,
watching.
I'm not learning anything.
It's not entertaining.
I don't believe it's real.
Uh-huh.
And even if it is, it has no
Real.
meaning for me. You make me watch it pretty much.
I like that show too. I like to see all the different shots of New York City. I like to pretend I'm one of the rich and famous people in New York City.
Well, New York
I'm going
City's
to rent
nice.
that skyscraper for $45,000 for
Now,
the night.
would you like to be rich like Donald Trump?
Oh yeah, I sure would. Yeah, would you?
No.
Too bad. If I get rich,
You know how much trouble that is to be rich? How much
trouble?
worry that
No.
is? How much anxiety and stress
no.
to be rich?
None.
All the problems you have?
No problems. What problems? What can you possibly have for a problem if you're rich?
The responsibility of it. The responsibility,
Why is it
awesome
different?
responsibility, the burden of what the work you have to do,
Why?
all the things you have to serve, all the millions of people you would be responsible for.
Can't I just be rich with my own money and
No,
not be
you
responsible
you
for
have to.
anything?
No, money means responsibility. You've got
Ah.
responsibilities. You got people to take care of, people to worry about.
Hmm.
Oh,
Why is that, Bob? Why do you have to do all that worrying and be responsible?
because it's the people who are working for you.
Oh, because you'd have people working for
And
you.
then if you have money, what are you going to do? Just go swimming in it?
Count it.
No, you got to give it
spend
away.
it.
That's the first thing you do with money.
Oh, give it away.
As soon as you get money, you got to put it to work. Give it
Yeah,
away
okay.
to somebody or some organization that's going to do some good with it.
That'd be
You
fun.
don't hoard money.
It would be fun to give some away.
You have to give it all away.
You don't hoard money.
No.
I don't
Money is
hoard it
not for
now.
hoarding. Money
What
is.
makes you think I would ever hoard money? Don't hoard it now. Give it away is something I do well.
Yes.
Mhm. Why would that be a problem?
What do you mean? Why would what be a problem?
Giving money away would be fun.
Well, see, it's a responsibility. You have to be careful how you do it.
Ah,
Because people can do damage by giving money away.
now you're talking the Star Trek effect.
What's the Star Trek effect?
So they're not allowed to give something where they go to unknown parts of the
Leave it. Yeah. Well,
globe.
yeah. You have to be careful because you can do
You don't want to
damage.
change
You
the
can
evolution.
you can spoil people. You can mess up their lives by giving them money. It's tricky. You can mess up their heads.
So if you're just regular poor people or mediocrely what do you call it? What do we call middle class people? If you're just regular
Regular.
and you have so much money,
Yeah.
you give it to your children, your grandchildren.
But then you
Are
gotta
you
be
spoiling them and changing
well,
their
you gotta
lives
be
around?
careful how you do it.
Hmm.
You know, you don't want people thinking money's free,
Hmm.
but you don't want them starving.
Hmm.
It's tricky how to do it.
So you just give money away if they really need it.
Every case is different.
Ah.
Every case is different. Now the light
There
went
we
out
go with
again.
the lights again, yes.
Now last time we did this,
Nothing happened.
well, I don't know why this happens.
Hmm.
That might be a sign we should stop.
Yes, it is. Okay. Well, we talked about reality TV today.
We did.
We're having a little bit of our own reality right now.
Yeah,
lights.
the lights are the lights that I have set up
Yes.
work fine,
Set lights.
but the house lights
Ah.
went out. But maybe
Must
it doesn't
be time.
work.
Must be that time.
Okay, we're going to say goodbye. If you haven't been to church in a while, start going because you'll meet people there.
Yeah,
Church is a community.
good thing.
And I heard some people say, I don't need to go to church. I go pray out in the woods.
Mm-hmm. Or I just pray for myself
Yeah,
in my own room.
yeah, but pray alone is no good. Alone rots. You got to be with some people. That's what you're alive for.
Alone all the time,
And
rots.
yeah, what?
You mean to say alone all the time, right?
Yeah, if you're alone all
Sometimes
the
it's
time,
okay.
right? If you say, I don't need people. I can pray alone. No,
right.
it's much better. You're more complete. You're a bigger person. So you're enriched by the presence of other people. You always are. Get into a community of people, a church, and pray there. And whatever your excuse is, your guilt that prevents you from going to church, get over it and go communicate with people and join a church. Of course, St. Mary's is the one you want to join.
It's a good one. But there are others.
All right.
Yeah, I agree. That's good. Good
Well,
one.
we're going to hang up now
Mhm.
and say God bless you and goodbye. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Did we say our email address?
Okay, the More Stuff Show at yahoo.com.
The More Stuff Show at yahoo.com. Give us an email.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
I'm going to wait a minute.